a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Pączki are filled donuts found in Polish cuisine. Description: Pączki are deep-fried pieces of dough shaped into flattened spheres and filled with confiture or other sweet filling. Pączki are usually covered with powdered sugar, icing, glaze or bits of dried orange zest. A small amount of grain alcohol is added to the dough before cooking. As it evaporates, it prevents the absorption of oil deep into the dough. Pączki are commonly thought of as fluffy, but somewhat collapsed, with a bright stripe around them. These features are seen as evidence that the dough was fried in fresh oil. Although they look like German Berliners, North American Bismarcks or jelly donuts, pączki are made from especially rich dough containing eggs, fats, sugar, yeast and sometimes milk. They feature a variety of fruit and creme fillings and can be glazed, or covered with granulated or powdered sugar. Powidla and wild rose hip jam are traditional fillings, but many others are used as well, including strawberry, Bavarian cream, blueberry, custard, raspberry, and apple. Have been known in Poland at least since the Middle Ages. Jędrzej Kajtowicz has described that during the reign of August III, under the influence of French cooks who came to Poland, pączki dough was improved, so that pączki became lighter, spongier, and more resilient. Etymology, spelling and pronunciation. The Polish word is a diminutive of the Polish word, bud. The latter derives from Proto-Slavic, which may have referred to anything that is round, bulging and about to burst, possibly of ultimately onomatopoeic origin. From Polish the word has been borrowed into several other Slavic languages, where the respective loanwords refer to a similar ball-shaped pastry. English speakers typically use the plural form of the Polish word in both singular and plural. They pronounce it as and often write it as pączki, i.e. without the ogonek. This should not be confused with the unrelated Polish word, which is the plural form of package. Pączki Day in Poland are eaten especially on Fat Thursday, the last Thursday prior to Ash Wednesday and the beginning of Lent. The traditional reason for making pączki was to use up all the lard, sugar, eggs, and fruit in the house, because their consumption was forbidden by Christian fasting practices during the season of Lent. In North America, particularly the large Polish communities of Chicago, Detroit, and other large cities across the Midwest and Northeast, Pączki Day is celebrated annually by immigrants and locals alike. The date of this observance merges with that of pre-Lenten traditions of other immigrants on Fat Tuesday. With its sizable Polish population, Chicago celebrates the festival on both Fat Thursday and Fat Tuesday. Pączki are also often eaten on Casimir Pulaski Day. In Buffalo, Toledo, Cleveland, Detroit, Grand Rapids, Milwaukee, South Bend, and Windsor, Pączki Day is celebrated on Fat Tuesday. The Pączki Day celebrations in some areas are even larger than many celebrations for St. Patrick's Day. In Hamtramck, Michigan, an enclave of Detroit, there is an annual Pączki Day parade, which has gained a devoted following. Throughout the metro Detroit area, it is so widespread that many bakeries attract lines of customers for pączki on Pączki Day. In some areas, Pączki Day is celebrated with pączki eating contests. The contest in Evanston, Illinois, started in 2010, and is held on the weekend before Fat Tuesday, while Hamtramck's contest is held on the holiday. United States. These pastries have become popular in the United States as a result of Polish immigrants and marketing by the bakery industry. Sold in bakeries mainly on both Fat Tuesday and Fat Thursday throughout Chicago, they are particularly popular in areas where there is a large concentration of Polish immigrants: Milwaukee, north central and southeastern Wisconsin, Chicago, and northern Illinois, northwest Indiana, the greater Detroit and mid-Michigan areas, Toledo, Greater Cincinnati, Greater Cleveland, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Scranton/Wilkes-Barre, northern and central New Jersey, central Connecticut, western Massachusetts and greater Chicopee. The Polish community in Buffalo has probably one of the largest Fat Thursday events outside of Poland, which is run in cooperation with the monthly Polish Happy Hour Buffalo event. Brought to you by WikiVidi documentaries. Would you like to know more?